Please be seated. Welcome, everyone. And please join me as we take a moment to witness the magic that love brings. Take 2 really deep breaths. And behold this most beautiful vision. The promise of love and lifelong commitment that radiates between Jillian and David. For these 2 are madly in love and have graciously invited us all to share in their celebration and joy. Jillian and David, you can breathe easy. Your hearts have spoken, and you have listened. And we have all gathered to honor and to celebrate you. At last, the great day has come. Honored guests, family and friends, Jillian and David love each and every one and would like to thank all of you for coming. We know that some have traveled great distances, while others have braved parkways, turnpikes, bridges, tunnels, subways, and cabs to be here with us. To Jillian and David's family, we say thank you. I am Reverend Ty Holmes, and it is one of the great honors of my life to be standing here with you today. Jillian and David's gratitude for all of you is overflowing, and we hope you can feel it. Each of you, in your own way, has taught Jillian and David how to live in and with love. Each of you has played a part in preparing them for this day. And you are bound together throughout time by love itself. And as an incredibly creative symbol of this bond, you'll see to my right a tree, your family tree. Later and throughout the day, each of you, family and friends, have an open invitation to place one fingerprint on the tree. But at this time, David and Jillian will put their fingerprints on the family tree, followed by their parents, Tom and Martha, and Andrew. And Jillian herself will be adding an additional print in honor of her beloved mother, Joanne. As this is done, we ask that all of you hearing my voice, in body and spirit, hold our beloved couple and their entire family in your hearts. And may your thoughts be filled with love. Jillian and David, please proceed. Will the parents please rise? And please proceed to the tree as well. Family art project during a wedding is a sight to behold.
Every second, his fingers out.
And now, the great poet, Rumi, once said, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was." Lovers don't finally meet someone. They're in each other all along. My friends, the heart whispers. Though it's not loud, it is steady and persistent. And those who are to benefit from its wisdom, those who are to find the one who Rumi says has been within them all along, have to be equally steadfast and persistent in listening. On the night of their first date, there was a huge rainstorm, which would later prove to be a recurring theme for the couple. A torrential downpour so strong that they almost called off the date. But they didn't. And on the way downtown, David, exemplifying persistence, had to toss his monsoon-soaked socks, purchase a new pair, and put them on, all before starting the evening that would change their lives forever. For those of you familiar with Manhattan's Lower East Side or Alphabet City, the library and Joe's Pub were the venues for this date that went late into the night. David recalls his surprise when he realized that 3 hours had passed in conversation with a woman his mind said he barely knew. In complete disregard for his damp clothes or the next day's agenda, they didn't want the night to end. And as if receiving a cue directly from their hearts, a reggae band called Rocky and the Pressers began playing downstairs. As they rose to their feet, their hearts began to whisper something, very patient and very soft, to whisper gently enough not to startle. Their hearts sweetly whispered, "Pay attention." And they did. In his poem entitled Love, Roy Croft wrote, "I love you, not for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish and weak things that you can't help dimly seeing, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough. I love you because you are helping me to make of the lumber of life not a tablet, but a temple. Out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach, but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me born, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means, after all. You see, love has a magic of its own, a way of making the whole world succumb to the heart's mission. When David moved north from the financial district, to his surprise, he ended up in a 6th-floor walk-up just 2 blocks from Jillian's job. And even without coincidences like this, Jillian spoke of the warmth she felt from me. How she had never been more excited and simultaneously comfortable in her entire life. David shared that he knew early on. And he started to suggest things that only the human heart has the courage to mention. That's why not long after they'd met, he suggested getting a joint membership at the Botanical Gardens and hinted that they should go on a vacation together. And Jillian agreed. Now, rain can symbolize many things. Life force, renewal, rebirth. But I believe that in the case of Jillian and David, the rain was the earth's response to the whisper of their hearts. The rain signified a deep cleansing, thorough enough to make room for what was to come. That is why it should come as no surprise that it rained the entire week that David planned to propose. Each day he looked outside, each day more rain. But finally, when the world was done cleaning itself, done making space for the two, it allowed just enough space for the sun to peek through the clouds so that David could ask for Jillian's hand. And when I woke up this morning and saw those clouds, and when I sat with the couple and asked them what their hopes were for the relationship, what their dreams were, they shared the most exquisite words. And it is my privilege to share these words with you now, as their promise, their intent, their vows. Jillian has asked that her sisters, Jennifer and Jessica, her maids of honor, please come and stand with her at this time. And Tom, please come as well. Stand. And so David and Jillian, if at this time you are ready to listen to your hearts and affirm your free choice to be united in marriage, please indicate that now by facing one another. Do you, David, take this woman, Jillian, to be your wife? Joining with her today, in spirit and in heart, offering your friendship and love, promising to seek her happiness as your own, vowing to respect each other's opinions, promising to grow and change together, trusting you are more whole with her than without her, cherishing and respecting her, loving and embracing her in times of adversity and times of joy, and persisting